Hello again. In this video, I would like to show the harvest of my carrots. It has been over 2 months and the carrots should be ready within 60 to 65 days. And I planted them on January 18th, I believe, and it is now March 25th. So I am going to, in this video, pull this bucket down and harvest some carrots out and see if we have actually any in there and see what happened. And I will be right back as soon as I get this bucket on the floor. Alright, now that the bucket's on the floor, I planted two types of carrots, and I planted them in rock wool cubes inside of a large bucket net, net cup. I guess you can call it a net cup. It's large enough a bucket cup. I put the rock wool cubes inside of the clay pebbles in the net cup, and it's just a 5-gallon bucket with an air stone in it and nutrients. And I can see a bunch of the rock wool cubes, or at least a couple of them, are pushed up, so I'm hoping that there's strawberries under there. And I planted two different types, and I think there was 4 of each, so I have like 4 little finger carrots, and also I had 4 scarlet nints. So I'll start pulling these up and see what we got. Let me find a little tray to set them in. I'll be right back. Alright, now I have a tray. I'm going to try and pull these out and see what we find. And hopefully I got some good results. It was more of an, a trial, so I'm not so sure what I'm going to get out of this. So, try to not make a huge mess here. Ugh. Well, it's a carrot. I don't know much about carrots. I don't know much about different breeds or species of them, or whatever you want to call it. But it's a carrot. So there's one. Set this rock wool cube aside. It's garbage. Let's see what number 2 brings up. Not nearly as good as the first one. So not horrible, tiny little carrots. Before I go too much further, how about I open up the bucket and we take a look at the root system out of the bucket before I destroy them all. And I would have to say that those roots look really clean and look really good, so definitely not unhealthy plants, just maybe not the best way of doing carrots. This one, again, pretty small. Now this one is, sorry about my finger there. This one is pushed up So maybe we can get a good size one out of here. Maybe. Oh. Interesting shape, probably because it was in the clay pebbles under the rock wool. Not much to speak of here. Sorry about my angle on the camera, I'm distracted myself. Not much there. Yeah, I'm not even gonna unwrap that one. That one didn't do much of anything. And the last one. Yeah, I can tell that the clay pebbles impeded upon some of the growth. It's actually pinched it off. It actually pinched it off right there. So I probably won't try this again. I have seen other videos of hydroponic carrots, just not in this situation, you know, inside of the clay pebbles. I saw somebody do it with where they cut little squares into the lid and pardon me while I try to think of my words. They cut little square holes in the lids of the grow trays, and instead of having clay pebbles, they just let the rock wool cubes sit in the square holes, and then the carrots produced out of there. So out of 8 carrots planted, I got 7, and I probably would only bother to try to eat. I would assume that you can eat these after you get cleaned up, and obviously you're not gonna feed an army with this, but give it a shot and see if I like the taste of them.